الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالم لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well. Now, last lesson, we covered some signs of nouns and have not started signs of verbs. Now, the reason why I have to cover this is that before I start how a nominal sentence or how a verbal sentence is constructed, a student needs to know what are the signs for a noun and what are the signs of a verb. And also, when we do the sentence construction of all of Surah Al-Hamd, it will be easier throughout the Quran for yourself, once you know this, to understand nouns, verbs, and prepositions. So that's the reason why, as an introduction, I have to do this. And inshallah, once I've completed this, then I'll speak about Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, and so forth. And then once we have finished all the breakdown from the grammatical perspective, then I'll give you a brief tafsir of Surah Al-Hamd as well, inshallah. Now, from the last session, would someone be able to come on the mic and just mention what we covered? Sister Sayyida, if you're available. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Yes.
Can you mention what we covered and mention some of the examples we covered as well?
Okay. We covered most of these, not all of them, but the signs of a noun.
Okay, so number one.
Which included presence of alif lam in the beginning of the noun.
Okay, when alif lam, now give me an example where alif lam is present through from the verses which we have done so far. Alif lam, the definite article. Now, definite article, can this come with a verb or is it only with a noun?
It's only with a noun.
Can you give me an example of what we mentioned last session, please?
It can be Allah in itself, Ar-Rahman.
Yes.
And Ar-Rahim is an example.
Correct.
So these are nouns. And what is Al-Mu'minun? But that was another example with the Waw Noon you said about masculine, masculine plural.
Excellent.
So
now, let's move in sequence. Now, for number two, let me bring someone else so that everyone has participation in the class. Sister Sister Nazad, I think he was here last session, correct?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. So we talk about preposition jar. So when a noun is preceded by any prepositions like fi, ba, min,
ila.
Yeah. So can you give me an example from some of the examples which we covered last week? Any example? First ayat of the Quran, the ba itself.
Can it be anything?
Yeah.
Fi yawmiddin.
Yeah.
Dini.
If you said fi yawmiddin.
Maliki yawmiddin.
No, fi. Could you give an example? Fi yawmiddin.
Okay.
That's fine. So for bismillah, ba and bismillah.
Bismillah.
Bismillah. And the meme has a kasra, correct?
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's preposition. A preposition come before nouns, correct? Next one, number 4. I will ask Sister Shabnam, this should be quite straightforward for yourself. Examples of tanweens. Examples of tanweens. Sister Shabnam or Sister Shamim Huda, would you be able to give me an example of some examples which you covered in the Quran? Or who is available? Because some people I know.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam, Sister Shamim.
Dinun qayyima.
Dinun
Qayyima.
So which ayah of the Quran are you referring to? Are you referring to ayah of the Quran, or are you just giving an example? Dinun qayyimun. Yeah, if it's a dinun qayyimun by itself, yes, tanween itself. Or for example, this one here, walahum adhabun
Aziz. Aziz.
adhimun. So these tanweens itself. Now, when I mean tanween, is how many tanweens are there?
There's 3.
Correct.
No, sorry.
Yeah, that's
3.
right. 3 tanweens. So dhamma tanween,
Kasra
tanween, and kasra
and
tanween.
Fatha.
Yeah. So all of these tanweens, they always come at the end of a noun itself. So these are signs of a noun. So whenever you see, for example, it says, this is an example of fi is a preposition. And there are 17 prepositions in the Arabic language. Fi qulubihim. So the word qalbun and qulubuhum means their hearts. Qulubuhum, as you know, the hum is a pronoun, possessive, a attached pronoun in their hearts. Fi qulub, so qulubuhum, because of a preposition coming before the word qalb, the ba changes from a dhamma, qulubuhum, becomes fi qulubihim.
Qulubihim.
Exactly.
Qulubihim.
Fi qulubihim. So this is an example of a preposition, fi qulubihim. And maradun, example of the noun with a tanween. Maradun and fazadahumullahu marada. So again, example of a tanween. Is that clear?
Yes.
Brilliant. Right. Next one was an example of tathniya. Sorry. The next example is ta marbuta. So it ends with a round ta. So this round ta, or like a boat, this is a sign of a.
It's a noun, but it's a feminine noun.
Yeah, it's a feminine noun. So these ta marbuta, this round ta, which is a sign of feminine, it's a sign of a feminine, and this comes only with
Noun.
nouns. So if it was a feminine verb, in the past tense, so those who have done a bit Arabic, they'll remember this. If it is a feminine verb in the past tense, you add a flat ta. So for example, akal, the word akal, sorry, akala, alif, kaf, lam. Akala means he ate, and if you want to say she ate, you add a flat ta with a sukun. Aka lat. Sister, do you remember that? Akalat.
Yes.
Have you done past tense with me before?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so akalat, she ate. So that flat ta, the flat ta is the flat tas which are joined with the verbs, and the round tas are the ones which join with the nouns.
No.
Is that clear for everyone so far?
Yes.
Right. Then we mentioned 2 things. Dual. So for the dual, sorry, apologies for the people who were waiting. I didn't realize there were people waiting. Apologies for those who were waiting. I didn't realize. Right. Sister Munira, can you kindly come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. So examples of tathniya. So how do you make tathniya in the Arabic language for nouns? What do you need to add?
So the example which you took was Muslimun,
Muslimun.
Muslimani.
What do you do?
Muslim-
How do you make dual in the Arabic language?
We add alif and nun kasra.
Alif and nun kasra. And the word, for example, the word Muslimun, how did you make that into dual? Muslimun.
Muslimani.
So
And
what is the ruling? What is the ruling?
Muslimatun, Muslimatani. Alif and nun kasra.
Correct. Alif and nun kasra.
I marked it Muslimatun, there is Ta'ul Marbuta, but when we opened it, it became the open ta, and then we did it Muslimatani.
Yeah, Muslima Tani. Ta is a sign of feminine, and Ani at the end.
Yeah.
Correct. So this is and in the Arabic language, you have singular, dual,
Singular
and
plural.
plural. Exactly. So English language, you have singular and plural. You don't have dual. So Arabic
Yes.
is unique in the sense it has dual as well. And then
And then we come to the plural. So it will be adding waw and nun fatha. Muslimuna. Muslimun, muslimuna.
correct.
And to the feminine, sound feminine plural, we will muslimatun, we will open the ta'ul marbuta, and then we will add alif and ta damatentun.
Give me example. Muslimatun becomes
Muslimatun.
Muslimatun. And what examples? Let me show you some examples on the screen for the students to refresh them. So what examples did we do from the Quran?
From Quran, there is kafirun, kafirani, kafiruna.
So
Then
which
there
surah
is
we went to? I went to Surah Nur, remember? I went to Surah Nur and I said Surah Nur is the best surah to examples of sound feminine plurals. So
There was
Assalam.
kalimatin.
one
here
second.
it is al mu'minuna. All here I saw.
So which ayah did we do? Okay.
Surah Nisa is already is also has this
Yeah.
plural.
Here,
And
here.
well,
Yeah. Al-khabithatu.
Yeah. Al-khabithatu lil-khabithina wal-khabithuna lil-khabithat. All these are plurals.
Correct. And at-tayyibatu. So this
At-tayyibatu lit-tayyibina wat-tayyibuna lit-tayyibat.
correct. So the word at-tayyibatu, this after the ba, there could they've got alif maksura. So they
Yeah.
could have put a ba after the ba, they could have put alif and have alif and ta instead. And that's what they could do. Okay. And the
Yeah.
next example, please.
Next example. Here only? In this
Because of the
page?
breaking,
Yeah, give me any examples, Sister Munira.
Then there are also, you would only sound masculine plural and sound feminine plural, right? Okay. Then
Yeah,
it
that's
will
correct.
be, yeah, it will be Muslimuna, Muslimun, Muslimani, Muslimuna, Muslimatun, Muslimatani, Muslimatun, Mu'minun, Mu'minani, Mu'minuna,
Correct.
Mu'minatun, Mu'minatani, Mu'minatun.
Excellent.
These are
Excellent.
all sound masculine plural.
Right. So the next one
Sir,
is
make a suggestion, please.
sorry.
Can I ask you something?
What was that?
Like this, all this thing that Muslimatun, Muslimatun. If we practice to write down, maybe we can remember it better. Like for students like me.
That's for you to do. That's not for me to. That's not for me to do in class. This is something which you have to do yourself. That's the reason why I've mentioned in the class. Write these examples from the ayat of the Quran. If you haven't done it, that's not my responsibility. This is student responsibility. I cannot make students do their homework now as well in class. So there's some. Yes, it's definitely. That's the reason why I always say in class, please write your lessons out
Yes,
because
yes.
that
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I will write. No, I write them, but for like I'm practicing. I'm trying my best. So I'll write this again more and more, so I remember it more.
now example
Thank you,
number 7. No, example number 7. I will not do this because I want to do this later. So example number 7, it says that all nouns can come fa'il. Just remember this word fa'il and mubtada. Fa'il means a doer and mubtada means the subject. So when a noun starts a sentence, it's called a subject, a mubtada. And when a verb starts a sentence, it requires a doer. And the doer is called a fa'il. So fa'il and mubtada. So in this example here, ar-rajulu qawiyun, the man is strong. So ar-rajulu qawiyun, the man is strong. The man is the subject. Qawiyun is the khabar, the predicate. Now, in this example here, jalasa zaidun. So when we say jalasa zaidun, who sat? Who sat? Jalasa zaidun.
Zaid said.
Zaid
Exactly.
said.
So jalasa is the verb. Now, after every verb, there is a doer, or it could be a pronoun. Even the pronoun is a noun as well. So Zaid is a noun. So always the noun can be a verb. Sorry, a noun can be a doer or a mubtada. That's point number 7. Point number 8, Sister Shabnam, can you explain this? Mudaf. What does it mean? A noun can be mudaf.
Well, it's the rule of mudaf ilayh, isn't it? That what the noun does, the adjective that follows it, is that the rule? So we have the...
No, mudaf. What does mudaf mean? Meaning that, for example, when we say mudaf,
it has a fatha. The last letter has a...
No. So mudaf, it means a next noun. For example, when you say a possessive pronoun, so all possessive pronouns, for example, when you say his book, kitabuhu, his book, you cannot say you cannot say he is book. For example, the possessive pronouns are always indicating upon objects.
Gotcha.
Yeah, objects are always nouns. Objects are always nouns. When you say, for example, kitabu zaydin, kitabu zaydin. So it's
the book of Zayd, yeah.
Exactly.
Book, yeah, Zayd's book. Okay.
So both parts, the
Would it be, can I interrupt, please?
yes, go ahead,
Would
doctor.
that be correct to say muzaf is a possessor? And muzaf ilayhi is a possessed?
Yeah, so mudaf is mudaf means the possessed, and mudaf ilayh is the possessor. Correct.
The possessed.
Yeah, so kitab is the thing which is possessed. Zaydin is mudaf ilayh, he is the possessor, meaning the owner of the book itself.
So is the possessed always with the dhamma on the end, or not necessarily?
Yes, it depends upon the situation. The possessed itself, if it comes as an object, it will have a fatha. If it comes after a preposition, like with the example,
it will have a kasra.
Exactly. So it can be kitaba zaydin, it could be kitabu zaydin, it could be kitabi zaydin. The first noun of the mudaf can have any 3 harakat depending upon where it is situated. If it's situated in the beginning of the sentence, then the first noun, last letter, kitabu, the ba, should have a dhamma. But if it's situated after a verb, it could end with a fatha or end with a dhamma, depending upon if it's coming as a doer or a object. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes.
Sister, you are consistently good. Can you kindly come on the mic and explain number 9 and 10 for me, please?
Okay, I'll try to see. Mawsuf. Yeah, this is number 9 is Sifa Mawsuf. Yeah.
Yeah, explain that.
So yeah,
explain it from Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. What we did is that I'll put it on the screen and explain from there.
Ji.
Explain it from this Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nigga.
Only you mean only Sifa Mawsuf or everything?
Sifa Mawsuf, and the other one, do that afterward. First was Sifa, adjectives. What does it mean by adjective? All nouns are adjectives. Explain here.
Yeah, the adjective in this case, in Bismillah Rahmanir Rahim, the word Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the what is called Mawsuf?
The described, the noun which is being described.
Now, which is being
Allah.
Yeah. And Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, these are adjectives of this noun, and they both tell each other, I mean, in number, in gender, and in their Arabs, and what else? Number, gender, Arab, and
Yep, definite or indefinite with
definite
alif
or
lam. definite or indefinite, then harakat, whether it comes dhamma, kasra, or fatha, and then in number, singular, dual, or plural, and then in gender, masculine or
Gender.
feminine.
Yeah.
So here, when you say Bismillah, in the name of Allah, who Allah?
Who is
Ar-Rahman,
and
the compassionate.
qualities.
Yeah, so all adjectives in the Arabic language are always nouns. You cannot have verbs as adjectives of a person itself. Yeah, is that clear, everyone, in the class? Says Shamim.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Thank
Got
you.
Thank you.
Right, next one, please, Sister Nigat. Let me bring on the screen. Munada. What does munada mean?
It's a particle of calling. Ya Allah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is a particle of calling. So there's two parts, there's two or more than two, there's three or four, but ya by itself or ya ayyuha. So just remember this point. I haven't taught you this. Ya ayyuha. So ya Aba Abdullah, ya Aba Abdullah, ya Hussein, ya Abbas, ya Ali. So these ya in the beginning, they always come in front of a noun, and ya comes in the meaning of ad'u. Ad'u means I am calling. Okay.
Yeah. Whenever the noun has alif lam, then we need to put this ayyuha for the male. Yeah.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
So the voice.
Sorry, Sheikh, was this from the previous lesson? Do I need to recap the previous lesson to
The
catch up?
reason why I'm doing this, so I finished on point number 6,
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are points which I haven't covered, and the reason why I'm repeating this is that if I repeat this, you will know this well. So, Sister, Bismillah, come on the mic and finish it off now.
Yes, sir. Which one?
Munada and number 11, leave it in number 11, number 12.
Number 12, it is mansoob whenever a noun has no, not the mazaba, fatha.
What is musafir?
Or in the case of
So I'll explain. So mansoob means a relative noun. Relative noun in the sense that when you say Hindi, Pakistani, Iraqi, Arabi, Ajami. So whenever there's a ya at the end, when you relate a person to a country, that is called mansoob. So always, you cannot say this does not come with a verb, it only comes with a noun. So when you say Hindi, Pakistani, Frenchy, or whatever you want to say. So all the yas. And then point number 11, musaghar, it means the diminutive noun. Diminutive noun is that when you want to indicate something small, which is in the pattern of course, I'll do this in more detail, but nouns can come small and big. Like the word sakina, sakina becomes sukaina. Hassan becomes Hussein. So these are diminutive that you can make them into small, indicate towards a minute thing as well. Like Bahrun is an ocean, and if you want to say a pond, is Buhayratun. Bahrun is an ocean, sea, and if you want to say a pond, Buhayratun. So verbs you cannot indicate small and big. Only nouns you could do that. Is that clear?
So sorry, Sheikh, what is it called?
Musaghar. Musaghar. The word saghir. Saghirun means, musaghar means small, something minute. So the word saghirun means small, and musaghar something which has been made small. Is that
So
clear?
the example you have given, it looks like at the third place there will be the addition of ya.
Yes, that is right. Fu'ailun. Pattern of fu'ailun. Fa, ain, ya, lam.
Fa'ilun. Okay, at the place of yeah. Okay, thank you.
What is that? Fa'ilun?
Fu'ailun is the pattern on which the diminutive nouns are made. Bahrun, buhairun. Sakina, Sukaina. Hassan, Hussein.
Fa'ilun. Okay. Probably this we'll understand later more.
Yeah. Of course, some
Okay.
of these things I will need to go more detailed to give you a bit more definition. But I just want you to be aware of some of these terms for next phase. Doctor, can you come on the mic and cover some nouns now, verbs? So I want to finish these verbs and then I'll do examples from the Quran. So can you kindly come signs of a verb, please, Doctor?
Signs of a verb is a tamal muta, tamal muta. No, tamal muta is not.
No, the signs of a verb, Doctor. Look on the
verb,
screen. Yeah. So there's certain particles which come in front of a
But-
verb and they will not come
Yes.
attached to a noun. Bismillah, it's on the screen.
That's right. For example, kad from Haraja means he is gone. It is preceded by kad. So this only come before a verb. Or yahraju means so he will go out. Or it can sawfa. So always comes with a verb. Anything which it follows that it has to an action after it. It is preceded by harf or jazm, like lam yakhruj, he did not go out. It is preceded by harf and nasab. Nasab means fatha. Lan yakhruj, which he did not go out. It has a hidden saghir, it has a hidden small diminution. Kharaja, he went out. This is zamir, hidden zamir. It is an imperative. Fail is an imperative, like an amr. Ukhruj is a sign of a verb, because you can't put an imperative in a noun. It has to be in a verb. It is prohibitive, like it is nahi, la takhruj. So it is the ta sakin. A kalta means at the end. It is and the ta for flat ta at the end.
Exactly.
It is ta sakin at the end.
Ahsantum. So these are the 9 signs which are there, and inshallah it's easy. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give you about 9 examples from Surah Baqarah. So sister, let me bring some on the mic. Sister Elia, Bismillah, come on the mic, please. Sister Elia.
Yes.
Show me some examples what we did.
Okay. So first we have to look for the verb. Seen.
I'm going to do the easy one. Do la yu'minun. La yu'minun.
La yu'minun. Okay.
La is coming in front of present tense. So this la is indicating yu'minuna is a verb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they do not believe. La yu'minun.
They do not believe. Correct. And then the next one, I'm going to give you other examples. Give me 1 second. I'm going to use easy examples.
With the scene sami'ihim, will it fit?
In the sam'ihim wal absarihim, these are nouns. Here, another example here.
Okay.
وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ لَا تُفْسِدُوا.
La tufsidu. Yes.
La tufsidu, do not do fitna and mischief on the earth.
Yeah.
La yash'urun.
La yash'urun.
The word
Okay.
sha'ara yash'uru means to understand or perceive.
They
Okay.
do not understand.
Yeah.
La yash'urun. Yeah. La ya'lamun.
Correct. And then I'll give you another example. I want to use the other examples. Give me 1 second. This one here. فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا وَلَنْ تَفْعَلُوا. If you
Yeah. فإن لم تفعلوا ولن تفعلوا.
If you
Okay.
don't do, they will never do.
Do.
فاتقوا النار التي. Here, lam and lan. Lam,
Lam
yeah, lam and lan. So when they come with present tense verbs.
Okay.
Now over here now. Um, so walahum yahzanun. These are verbs here. Kadhabu is a verb. Of course,
Yeah.
we'll do these verbs itself. And then an amtu. An amtu, this is I did favor. This is a past tense verb. There's an attached pronoun to with the verb itself. An amtu.
And
Another example, la. When la is coming, la talbisu al haqqa bil batili. So lam is coming. Labisa yalbasu.
Anzaltu, lam anzaltu. It's a
Imperative.
verb.
What was that, doctor? I didn't catch that.
Anzaltu. We just passed it.
A bit louder. I can't hear you clearly.
Lam anzaltu. Lam anzaltu.
Lam anzaltu.
Yes, lam anzult, yeah. When lam comes, lam, lamma, lame, amar, all of these correct. That is correct.
There's imperative as well. Aqimus salata wa atu zakah.
Yeah, the reason why I'm skipping some of them, I want to show the clear examples. So, for example, I'll give you some other examples. Give me 1 second. Surah Mu'minun. So here, Qad aflaha al-mu'minun. So whenever qad comes, it comes in front of present, past tense. Qad aflaha. So qad is an example that when the word after it is always going to be a noun. Qad itself, okay? And then I'm going to give you hakum takathur. Give you examples from there.
One more time. So when qad comes, the verb after it
Will always be past tense.
And it would be a verb, right?
Yes, it will be a verb,
noun,
yes.
a verb. Yeah.
Yeah. This one here. Kalla sofa ta'lamun thumma kalla sofa ta'lamun. Sofa and this sofa is coming. So these are examples that the word which is going after it is going to be a noun. Sorry, a verb.
Verb. Yeah.
So this is not any other questions from anyone?
Sorry, Sheikh. So Qad and Kalla are in the same kind of level?
Sorry, what was that?
Qad and Kalla.
Kalla is for negation itself. Qad is for indeed. So yes, they come in front of noun of verbs. That is correct.
Thank you.
Yeah. So so inshallah, this is going to be enough for today because I just want to make yourself aware of this, and then inshallah next session what I'll do, I will start now verb sentence construction. I'll start from Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Rahim. I'll complete that, and once I've completed that, then I'll move on to the verb an amta and ihdina, guide us. So I'll need to, those who haven't done verbs, I'll need to teach you some verbs and past and present and commands, and then inshallah hopefully within about 4 sessions we'll be able to complete Surah Al-Hamd as well, inshallah. Is that okay for everyone? I don't want to start the next part halfway through the lesson, so that would be not right for the students to be. You may get slightly confused, so that's the reason why I want to keep it as a fresh lesson. Is that okay?
Yes,
Okay.
that's good. Yeah.
Jazakallah. So just revise everything what we've done, and inshallah next session I will do the verbs, verbal sentence and nominal sentence, how they are constructed as well, inshallah. Okay.
Okay.
Allahumma
So
salli
can
ala
I
Muhammad. Yes, go ahead. Ask us a question.
it's not like grammatical, but you know when there is a repetition in some of the surahs, like in Surah Kafirun, so is the meaning exactly the same in the repetition?
You've asked a very good question. But according to ulama, the tafsir, like you know, in Surah فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ Bismillahir Rahmanir فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ, it's repeated again and again in Surah Rahman. However, due to our limited knowledge, we repeat each time it comes. The tafsir ought to be different. However, this is all depending upon the knowledge. As you know, some of the knowledge has not reached us, so because of that, we may not be able to have the complete narrations in regards to the ayat itself. Yes, so if there's a repetition, even Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim coming several times, there should be a new a tafsir for it. Yes, some ulama have said that as well.
Thank you very much.
No problem. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم. جزاكم الله خير. Inshallah, see you next session, inshallah.
Inshallah.